welcome to Wholesome Roots. Well, the harsh realities of farm life mean that some mornings you wake up to finding things you don't necessarily want to find. So my farmsteaders came by this morning to show their kids the baby goats. When I took Khaleesi out, I noticed that we had some serious damage done to some of our chicken coops and lots of feathers. Unfortunately, we've had a raccoon attack. There's feathers all around this coop. I can't tell where the actual opening is of how they got in this one, but they definitely got in here somehow. This coop here is very obvious how they got open. They were able to rip open the door. There are 2 chickens in there still, but we are missing a couple from this coop. This tractor here had the chicken wire ripped open, and even though we had welded wire, they were able to pull through the bodies and remove them. Looks like we have an injury in here.
Digging paw print. It's a dog.
Dog?
Come here. Yeah, that's a dog. It's a dog. And there's another one there.
There's another one there. Dogs don't usually take the food. Yeah, it's probably more likely coyote.
Yeah.
That's big coyote though. Are you sure that's not from Khaleesi? She can't reach this far, can she?
No, she can't. That's about the same size as her feet, though.
I'm gonna ask Ryan if he walked her this close.
Right here. Look at the track of the toes. They're very tight for a dog. It could very well be coyote.
There's no way a coyote could have a foot that big. But it makes more sense than a dog, because a dog doesn't usually eat. We have 4 chickens in here. 3 of them are definitely gonna have to be dispatched. I just called Ryan and told him he has to come home and do this, because I can't do this. I can't do this. Even with my friends here to hold my hand, this is hard. This is really hard, y'all. You know, it's funny, I keep telling myself, I'm not attached to these chickens anymore. I've gotten over the whole, you know, oh, they're my pets thing, and now I see them more as livestock. But I guess that's not entirely true. I like to think it's true, because I like to think of myself as a tough farmer, but then I see something like this happen and it crushes me. So 3 of our coops have been broken into. There's what looks like dog or coyote tracks everywhere. I suspect it's coyote because whatever it was ate them. Dogs don't usually eat them, so there's no bodies left behind, so that points to coyote. Which means I might have to start leaving Khaleesi out at night. I don't know what else to do. A really good thing is Ryan's work is 5 minutes away, and he was able to come and take care of business, because he knows how hard it is for me. It's hard for him too, but he's said the other day he's starting to get used to it. I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing? The dispatch process is...
It's never a good thing unless you planned on it. This kind of dispatching is not fun. You're putting down something that you've put a lot of energy into, that you cared for, you know. These chickens weren't being raised to be slaughtered and eaten, so no, this is not easy. This is not fun. So.
Yeah, I was just saying how I really I've gotten to the point with the chickens that I felt like they weren't my pets anymore. But then when something like this happens, you realize that you care more than you meant to. Even for just livestock production animals, you still care. It's just something that you can't turn off. It's hard. Farm life is hard, y'all.
Was coyotes or dogs. I think the coyote or the dog or whatever those tracks are, that's after the fact investigating. Because look, that dog even if a dog did this, how would the dog get all the chickens out?
Yeah.
A dog is not gonna go through.
And I had to go in this coop and take chickens out that were injured inside of there. So you're right. It had to have been something small enough to get through this size hole, which would lead back to raccoon.
We've had
Raccoon families do this kind of thing.
This is the time of year.
It is the time of year when they do it. Dang it.
So I think we might need to consider leaving Khaleesi out.
That's what I was saying. And then the other thing that we were talking about is taking this white fence down off of the goats and putting it around the chicken tractors and electrifying it at night. What do you think of that?
We could do that. I think just having...
You know, we are about to move the goats paddock. So when we move the goats paddock down to there, we could take all the chicken tractors and pull them into there and have them easily fenced in. But then the electrifier won't be with them anymore, huh? What do you think? I don't know. This is hard. So we've got 4 that are mortally injured that Ryan's gonna have to take care of for me, and 1 that's got a minor injury that's in quarantine with a friend that was also in the same tractor, because that tractor is the one that needs the most repairs from this damage. So we're gonna let that stay empty for now till Ryan can fix it this weekend. We both looked more thoroughly, and we think that a family of raccoons definitely was the culprit, and then a dog or raccoon came through looking and investigating afterwards based on the evidence we found. Still not easy, still hard. So now that the chaos of the morning has died down a little bit, I am over here checking on the old asparagus bed, and lo and behold, look. While we were talking about all of the chicken stuff that happened this morning, we were standing near the garden, and I said, look at that, there's an asparagus, there's another. We got to eat 4 asparagus this morning from the garden. So that was a blessing during all of the chaos and tragedy of the morning. We got a little silver lining with our first 4 asparagus of the year, and we ate them raw, straight from the garden, and they were delicious. I really am blessed with some of the best friends in the entire universe, and just truly the greatest friends for any farmer. People that are willing to do farm work that's hard and difficult, dirty and sad all at once are the best people you can ever imagine. Truly good hearts, good souls, and I'm very blessed to have them in my life. So this is what we did to make sure that the raccoon family doesn't come back tonight. We removed our 150-foot section from the back of the pasture that the goats weren't really using that much, and we took it here and we connected it to the fence. We moved all the chicken tractors over here, connected it in, included Khaleesi, and fenced her in. And this is connected to the electricity, so if a coyote or dog or raccoon family come here again, they will be zapped. They will not have an easy meal. We removed all of the chickens from that one chicken tractor because it was the worst damage. So we just took them out and got them out of there, and Ryan's gonna have to repair that. We needed a tractor anyway for our meat birds, so it's probably a blessing in disguise. Now Ryan doesn't have to build a whole new one. This chicken tractor here, these there's 2 of them here that need a little bit more repair work. So Ryan, when he comes home tonight, is gonna have to do that. And then we're gonna take the turkey and pull him into the buck pen, which has been the intention all along. And pull him into the buck pen, which we can then close the gate and turn the electric on. So that their ducks will be protected with the electric, the turkey will be protected, all of these chickens will be protected, and we're even talking about leaving Khaleesi out here. We've never done that with her. It is a good thing for an animal like her. Great Pyrenees are designed to be with their family, their herd, 24/7. So we're hoping that if we do choose to do that tonight, that it goes smoothly and that she doesn't get spooked by this electric fence. She's not used to it, so we're hoping it's not going to scare her too much. But for now, it's the safest thing we can do for our animals. Look at Chaos rubbing on Daisy. Oh, how sweet. How sweet. Roosters are all crowing like crazy. We lost our one white long-tailed rooster. I know that. We're not sure how many more we lost. We're kind of having difficulty with the count. But we think it was quite a few. Quite a few, unfortunately. The goats are all happy and healthy and sunning themselves. When I brought them out this morning, several of them veered off course to try to get to this patch here, because the fence was straight right here from here to there. And this patch was really tall, beautiful grass. And they all were like, "Woo, I want that." So I arranged the fence so that they could get that section of grass. Just a little bit in their bellies that hopefully... Oh, I just got zapped on doing that. How did I do that? Oh, that's how. There's a little hole in the wire. So make sure I fix that. Anyway, so I stretched this out so that they could get some and hopefully not get too much diarrhea tonight. Whenever the goats start to eat fresh grass again and fresh herbs again like this in the spring, they always have a tendency to get diarrhea. So we'll hope that they don't get it too bad. But I figured, well, I'll give them one section now, because the next move they're gonna have all beautiful lush stuff to eat. Don't want it to impact their system too fast. The baby goats and the mama goats are doing great. This is the stage that I would normally let Kitty and her baby out, but because they have such a great bonding happening here with these 2 kids, I kind of feel like Sister would probably cry a lot if I took Kitty away. Hi, Kitty. Kitty is so good on the milk stand. She's given me over a half a gallon, and I'm really grateful for that. Sister A is going to be a really good milker too, because just to relieve the pressure on one side, I was able to milk out a half, or I guess a quart, sorry. They're so cute. Look at that baby. Just sitting in the food bowl. She's going to sleep right here, okay, Moms? Sister Ray was doing really good. Once I had her on the milk stand and started milking, she was doing great. And then I was here milking her, and she was doing great. And then I turned around and put my milk jar down on the table, and as I had my back to her, I heard a crash, and she had somehow managed to pull the entire milk stand over with her and yank it down on its side, and she was still locked in, and it was horrible and scary. But thank goodness my friends and Ryan were here, and they all ran in from the back door right away and helped me. You see the food spilt and everything. It was crazy. It was really crazy. I kind of wonder if it was because they were out here talking and it spooked her, because she was fine yesterday when I milked her. The ducks are all doing fantastic. Very, very happy and healthy. We thought something was getting their eggs, so Ryan set up the possum trap over there. But now that we have evidence that there's been a raccoon family attacking our chickens. We're a little nervous. But this is attached to the electricity, as you can see from the alligator clip there. And that probably kept them safe. My boys. And Shady. If you're wondering why we have Shady with the boys, we had to change the way we divided everybody up at night because we have one stall being used for maternity ward. So Shady, being the sweet-natured girl that she is, and she's already pregnant, so it was no issue with any like mating issues. She was good to go with the boys. So we put her in with the boys because she gets along with them well and they're nice to her. What do you got, a cut on your ear? Well, it's not a cut anymore. How did you do that? Weird. Felt like a scab. So yeah, Shady's happy over here with the boys. She doesn't mind. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Bo's a sweet boy. He's so sweet. You loving on her. And of course, Eugene is eating. What? Me? He's my pony. I'm not quite recovered from my trip to visit my mom. Exhaustion wise, my exhaustion level got really high while I was there. Sleep schedule was all messed up, and of course too much being squeezed into each day added to my exhaustion level, and traveling, flying on an airplane, all that, getting home late. Yeah, it was hard on me. Physically, I feel very drained. I've had a lot of brain fog, and I took a long nap yesterday, and I never take naps. Like, I haven't been able to take a nap since I had my first child, because I wake up so easy to any little sound. And I lay down with Liam yesterday, and I didn't get back up. I stayed asleep with him, and today I feel like I could do that again, but I have too much I need to do. So if my videos haven't been coming out regularly, they probably are regular now. By the time I get this edited and up, it means that I'm actually getting it edited and published. But if you hadn't seen me for a while, that is why. I'm tired. I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired. So I will try to get caught up on stuff. I have a couple of videos that I had filmed from the weekend myself, and my farm sitters filmed some stuff. And there was some stuff that I filmed before I left that I want to put together. So I have quite a few videos in mind that I need to edit. I just need to do it all. Well, it seems like this past week has been pretty emotionally draining for farm stuff, huh? Hopefully it's gonna be good stuff from now on, and we won't have any more chaos. No, I'm not talking about you chaos. I'm talking about actual chaos in our lives. I'm ready for a nice, easy spring. Yeah, right. Like that even exists. Well, at least a positive one. That'd be good. That can happen. It's always a lot of work, though. It's always a lot of work. I just don't want to have any more losses. That's hard. It's really hard. I didn't realize how much this chicken thing was going to bother me, but it's really bothering me. I feel guilty, you know, for not making sure those tractors were secure enough. You know, even though we did the double welded wire and chicken wire, the raccoon was able to get through the holes of the welded wire because it squeezed in. I'm thinking they sent in the smallest one, but it was close. They didn't get all the other tractors. The other tractors were secure enough. So hopefully this new system is going to be an even more safe situation for our birds. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.